What's up, guys? It's your girl Felicia, and I just want to dive right in because it sounds like a cliche when people say, just do it afraid. Do it before you're ready. Get started before you're ready. It sounds like a cliche. People say it all the time. And actually, a lot of times you hate to hear it. You hate to hear people say, get started before you're ready, but it's the truth. It's the absolute truth because think about it. If you don't get started, will you ever be ready? Will we ever be ready to jump out there to take the plunge? Because there's always going to be something else. We always want better equipment, we want better lighting, we want another setup, we want all of this, amazing production stuff, right? But in the meantime, I think we're getting away from what's actually important. What's actually important is we're supposed to be delivering something to the world that can potentially change their lives, not just ours. It's not just for us content creators to get on here and just stunt and shine and all that. I mean, which, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with having an amazing time, showing people that you have an amazing life. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with having an amazing, super duper fancy setup. I've always thought I had to have that too. I would go through setup after setup, microphone equipment after microphone. I if there was a gadget out there to get that I thought would expedite the process for me, trust me, I was there. I was in line trying to get it. And then I realized it wasn't about any of the gadgets. It wasn't about any of the backdrops and the production. It wasn't about any of that. It was about what can we deliver to people that could potentially change their lives. And so that in itself is a lesson. You don't need all of that. You don't need all of that. You can get started with just your iPhone. There are so many people out there who have such amazing voices, and I don't mean like the caliber of your voice or the timbre or the sound of it. I don't mean the sound quality of your voice. I'm talking about the wisdom, the things that you have to offer other people, the younger generations, especially those of us in our 50s. There's so much that you have to offer that people are missing out on. And if you're out there and you're thinking about all this fancy equipment that you think you need, but you have a phone, which most people, if not all, have at this point. Some people have 2 or 3. And it doesn't matter if it's an Android or if it's an iPhone. You can turn that on and you can begin to give your message to the world. It's really about getting started though, you know? And that's the part. Cause no, it's not easy. It's not easy. My friend Erica has this phrase that I love, you know. Lord, make my want to. Because we want to be able to desire to do these things that are going to change our lives. So we just have to keep that in mind when we're finding all of these various reasons to continue to put things off. And I'm not saying that fancy equipment is in vain. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that if you can get started with just an iPhone or your Android phone, why are you putting it off when in fact the message that you have to give to the world is definitely going to change somebody's life, because somebody is sitting there right now with the voice that the world needs to hear, and they don't believe that they can offer that to the world because they don't think that they have what they need in order to do it, but they do. We've got to figure out how to use what's in our hands. We've got everything we need. Everything we need. It's about getting started before you're ready. And here's the thing. Think about it. If you've already got the message, you already have a way that you can impact the world. You already have that skill of motivating and encouraging. and giving the world the gift that God gave you. You already have that in you, right? So, really, you have what you need already? So, the simplest way to get started with that is just turn on that iPhone and just start talking. Just start talking before you're ready, before you've got the amazing backdrop, before you've got the amazing production set up, before you can do all of these great transitions and you've got all of this technical knowledge, because that'll come with time. And here's another tidbit for you. Right about now, YouTube is making it even easier for those of you who have an amazing message, because they're on easy mode right now. And what easy mode simply means is that the algorithm is pushing out content that doesn't have all of the, check all of these boxes as far as like having this elaborate thumbnail with all of these eye-catching things in the thumbnail and the this and the that and the that. Really, right now, this is the time where you can just turn this camera on, download this footage off of your phone, upload it to YouTube and keep it rocking. And keep it rocking. It's in easy mode right now. And you know what? Kinda we're in easy mode too, because we need to be gentle with ourselves in easing our way into this, easing our way into purpose, easing our way into getting started. Because again, getting started before you're ready is not something that we want to hear. We don't want to hear that. We want to be ready. We get into this perfectionist syndrome. We want everything to be exactly right, but it's not going to be. But it can be over time. That's the beautiful thing. It can be over time. So don't miss out on all these amazing blessings out here because you feel like you're not ready. You don't feel like you've got all of this fancy equipment. You don't have all of this production stuff up behind. I'm sitting in my car right now. But what I do know is that you can have a concrete message that hits home, that motivates people, that encourages them to go on and shoot their shot. We got to do it. So, again, I know people don't like to hear this, but we got to do it before we're ready. All right? So let's do it together. Let's take the pledge to do it together, to do it before we're ready. All right? I'll do it if you do it. We can vote. So, anyway, love you guys. Give me a thumbs up. Hit the comments up. Let me know what are some of the sticking points that you guys have when it comes to getting started. Have you been getting into this cycle of, go gadget? Every time a gadget comes out, you feel like you got to go and buy it, but you still haven't done anything with it. So let me know in the comments what things look like for you, how this getting started journey looks like for you. Let's talk about it. And on your way out, do me a favor, hit subscribe. I love you guys. It's your girl Felicia, and I'm out.